WRTR Real Talk Radio. Featured guest DJs. Original shows. Music news. The hottest DJs from around the world.
Kicking off this week's WRTR Real Talk Radio with a friendly hello to all the gents out there, especially black men. So, November is Mental Health Awareness Month. It is also Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. So I'll say this. For a dude whose depression is kicking his ass today, mental health, completely important, fellas. Let's get into it. Let's do that. Can we? I think we can. Hey there.
Hey.
Hey, Tigger Man.
Maybe if you go get your prostate checked, you might be in a better mood mentally.
No, you talking about
not you
depression.
Per se, but
you
overall.
Talking about depression. What depression?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, man.
What depression?
Go get that prostate check, baby.
Complete depression. No, honestly, like clinical depression, this would be one of those days that I'd be like, yeah, I could feel this, or I could drink something. And I've just chosen that I'm going to do what my therapist said and turn my depression, or look at my depression and say, you know what, bitch, not going to get me today. I'm going to do this. I'm going to push through, and I'm going to make my creativity shine. So that being said, before we get into what you learned Black this week, we're going to title this episode of the show, Allow Us to Reintroduce Ourselves. Why? Because switching from radio to podcasting is quite a different market for y'all and for us. And while while we have our listeners and stuff from before, podcasting is kind of like a completely different entity. Like you're stepping into a different pot, and it dawned on me. I was like, okay, well, if we're doing podcasts versus radio, we have a completely different audience now. So a lot of y'all niggas don't know who we are. So that being said, we're here to reintroduce ourselves. We're going to give the 11-year history of this show, where we've been, where we've come, and where we're going. So I'm going to open up each segment with a little history and maybe a little fun and trivia and all that good stuff. Not really. Yeah, nobody really cares, but either way. First off, about the show. So Google sums our show up as WRTR Real Talk Radio. The show aims to provide a platform for open and honest conversations about various subjects, including relationships, mental health, personal growth, and social issues. WRTR Real Talk Radio encourages listeners to engage in meaningful discussions and share their own experiences and perspectives. I just say we three niggas talking shit on a goddamn podcast, but talking shit about the shit that we should be talking about. What y'all say?
True.
Why I gotta be a nigga?
Why I gotta be a nigga? That's what I want to know.
Three niggas.
Somebody always got to be a nigga.
Jeez.
Somebody always got to be a nigga. Why we just can't be a human being? A person.
Oh Lord, because we reclaim nigga. That's what they see you. That's what them white people.
Okay.
They don't see you as a person.
I guess.
But they use that hard ER, that at the end.
They say it real hateful. They be hateful.
Before you get to the you're gonna be laid out.
Period.
Hold on, but then Google also says the show is hosted by a team of individuals who are passionate about creating a safe and inclusive space for dialogue and understanding. So thank you, Google, for that wonderful synopsis.
Google getting sued.
What?
Let me stop.
No, so we started this show. Okay, so for y'all that don't know, we started WRTR. Okay, so we started this 11 years ago. And it started with me having a conversation with my ex, his cousin, and my upstairs neighbor. We were downstairs, we were at my house. We were talking and just having real talk conversation. And I thought that it was the most hilarious conversation, one of the most hilarious conversations that I had. And I was like, you know what? Let's do this. Nobody's really doing this. And it was during a time that nobody was really doing radio and stuff. Like the radio shows that they were all catered towards large, established artists. And I started WRTR as kind of like my dream for helping, and I was able to help other people realize and achieve their dreams. Like we started this show. I remember like we were just independently doing it. And we just, Honeybee, myself, and Roachbag, we did the show for, I want to say, 3 years. All of that. What?
I'm so sorry. What? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What? Why are we laughing?
What was the name you just said?
I said Honeybee, Roachbug, and myself.
We heard something else, but go ahead.
What'd you think I said?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I wouldn't know what it is that I said.
That ain't sound like no roach bug, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Freudian slip. Now, so anyways, we did this show, or we started this show, and like nobody was really fucking with this, nothing like that. You had other shows in the DC area that were getting all this notoriety. It was all these shows. I won't name them, but they were doing shows, and I guess they were at these little buildings where you would go in, you would buy into a podcast. So you would buy your show, and I guess they would send it out to different people, or they would broadcast it on their network, and then they would give you, I guess, listenership, and they would tell you how many people. And it was just during a time that nobody was really doing that, but everybody wanted that attention, especially the indie and upcoming artists. And I mean, we just kind of catered to that and kind of built a name for ourselves, championing ourselves, kind of standing apart. I met Lyric, I want to say 2 years into the show. Thought she would be an amazing she was already an amazing artist, but I thought she would be an even more amazing personality.
Well, that did take some time, to cultivate. I remember. No, see what had happened was I used to sing for a band. I refused to name them.
No shade. All right now.
But I refused. Anyway, that's how we actually met, through my artistry. And I came on the show as an interview.
She did.
To speak about, my upcoming music, my moves, and this, that, and the third. And then from that on, I had such a good time. I believe I came back again for a second interview, which was also a good time. And then, certain things happen, life happens. And then the opportunity arose where you asked me would I, be interested in doing this. And, it wasn't something that I had really even thought about, but I always looked at it as a talk amongst friends. You know what I'm saying? I used to be very nervous about it. I don't want to mess up. I might say the wrong thing and this, that, and third, but nobody is perfect. And we fumble in regular conversation as it is. So that's how I've tended to look at this journey that I've been on with you guys. And it's been a fun ride. I can't complain.
It has been. And I mean, you are an amazing talent in and of itself, because I mean, I heard Lyric sing for the first time and I was like, wow, that girl there, she's it. I was like, I need to know her. I need to be her friend. Of course, everybody thought I was trying to get in your panties, and well, probably not.
I remember that. Oh my god! Yeah,
because Hoteps can't even get their mind around the idea of a man and a woman just being friends, despite the fact that I'm gay. It was just the fact that, like Lyric and I we were friends. We were just good. And I love the dynamic. I love the conversations. God knows we make fun of the most inappropriate shit ever. See, a lot of y'all with these podcasts and platforms out here, and a lot of y'all with names and stuff, send that shit to the group chat. You can cackle about it in your group chat without having it sacrifice your money. But some of the y'all just don't. Y'all refuse.
Anyway. Yeah.
And Tigger Man has been my best friend forever. It's been like
Forever.
20 some odd years.
25.
I said 20 some odd. Why
Oh,
are
okay, I
y'all
was gonna
keep
say,
hearing
hold on.
horrible things?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
And Tigger Man started.
I'm still trying to figure it out too.
Anyways, Tigger Man started as like a fill-in for the show.
Yes,
So if
I was a fill-in.
if somebody was out or something, I'd be like, "Hey, Tony, come on over," and he'd be like, "Okay, cool." And he would
No, I'll be like, "What? Huh? No, you know I'm not doing that. You know I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it." And I kept saying no, and then I finally was like, "All right, let me just go ahead and try it out. Let me go ahead and try it out." And I stepped in, and
you did.
I mean, I did what I did because I mean, I did what I did because I'm me.
And we went
period. Let them know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? Our chemistry is like unmatched.
It is because all of us.
You know what I'm saying?
We're crazy.
Yeah, well.
I mean, it works.
Okay.
It works. I mean,
yeah, it definitely works.
No, but so I mean, and then we went from an independent radio station where I was sitting there, I was programming ads, I was paying out for licenses and stuff like that. Oh, that was another thing. That was one of the things that got us so much hate amongst our peers, or the people that were supposed to be our peers. We were spinning people's music, but actually paying them to spin it as a radio station should. Other shows got upset about that because they were charging people. Now, you talking about starving artists. And if you know nothing about starving artist culture, them people put everything into their dreams. They do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they will put their last to make sure, or to put something into where they want to go. So it's a lot.
That's a fact.
You had people out here with radio shows that were charging people that could barely put money on that could barely put food on their table. They were charging them like $250 for a promotional package that included like 4 spins on their show and a radio interview. And I came along and I was like, so I'm going to sell the content of this show and not I'm not going to sell back to already starving people. I'm not going to, that just wasn't, as a dream chaser, that didn't set with me well.
Right.
So I did that. And of course we were educating people about how to get paid for spins. And people didn't like the fact that we were educating people because that was taking money out of their pocket, because they were receiving hundreds of dollars from starving artists. And then they were like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go over here to WRTR, where not only will they not charge me, but they'll also tell me how to do better. Okay. And well, intro the vitriol.
And that's what it's about. That's what it's always been about. That's what I've been most proud of. The mantra has always been do better. Each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that crabs in a barrel mentality that you see a lot in the DMV area. It's never been about that. It's always been about showing love. If it's Black-owned businesses, if it's an artist coming up, whether it's a poet, whether it's a rapper, whether it's a singer, whoever the case may be, we've always showed love. And that is why
even when we
the good will always outweigh the bad.
Yep.
Always.
It will.
The more people do you show love to, the more people that will promote you.
This is true. There were times that we would take month breaks or few months breaks because my depression had just hit too much and I just simply couldn't produce the show. I mean, the shit is really real.
Or life happened.
Self-awareness. So, or life was lifing and I just couldn't at the time. So, I mean, it's been for 11 years, but we've taken breaks in between, that lasted, months at a time. So,
but our true listeners, the ones who've been there, the day ones,
Them
have
niggas
been
still there.
riding till the wheels fall off this
Yes, they
whole
have.
time.
Yep. And they've been keeping
And
us
that means a
afloat.
lot.
It does.
Yeah, that means a lot.
I've been able to reconnect with old friends through this show. This show it's very therapeutic to be able to have a place to where I can sit down and just talk with my friends, but, actually produce funny content and be, open and honest about things. So pretty dope. Huh.
Well,
All
I don't have any
Absolutely.
friends, so
You certainly don't.
Boy,
I don't have
You're not
any
that
friends
likable,
yet.
so
I'm not that likable.
you're not. Mm-mm. All right, so kicking off.
that's because you're lovable.
Damn. There you go.
So the What Did You Learn Black Today segment, I started this as a means to, okay, so when people click on your show, I read in studies that when people click on a podcast, they're typically only going to listen to the first 10 minutes unless they're just really engaged. So I thought, let's start off the show with, what did you learn black this week? Because then somebody's going to tune in, and within that first 10 minutes, they going to hear that shit. Now, okay, today's notwithstanding.
Mine might be a little ratchet, so I don't know if you want to start with mine.
I
Oh, Lord.
started off.
Go ahead.
I started
You learned
off.
black today, Ticket Man.
A black student from Mississippi earned more than $1.4 million in scholarships.
How'd he do it?
Her name is Dana Bolden.
She did it.
She was
Okay,
a high
Dana.
school senior at Jim Hill High School in Jackson, Mississippi.
You better get it.
Like I said, she secured over $1.4 million in scholarships in just 3 months into her senior year.
Senior year and making
Yes.
that much. Wow. Or getting that much.
She has a solid. She has a GPA of 3.8, and she decided to apply to a lot of schools, which she has also been accepted to 34 out of 60 schools she's applied to so far.
Woo! Impressive. Hey, shout out to Dana.
Yes,
Keep
yes,
doing
yes.
great and black things. All right, Lyric, you gonna sprinkle in a little ratchet real quick?
Yeah, just a little bit. I learned black this week that Keith Lee is not to be trifled with. If anybody knows who Keith Lee is,
Wait, is that
he is a food critic.
Oh no.
No, he is a food critic.
He is off the hook.
You know what?
He is off the hook. Yes.
So it's not all the way ratchet.
He left from Atlanta.
I'm gonna tell you about him. Keith Lee is a food critic who actually goes to black-owned businesses and critiques their, customer service, their food, and rates them. And if he gives you a great rating, that does wonders. When I say wonders for these people's restaurants, I'm not even joking. To the point where this one lady, he just recently went to Atlanta. And he went to her establishment and she was getting no business. None.
Wow.
Sprinkles here and there.
Wow.
After he left a review, the next day sold out.
Wow.
People was lined down the block just off of his review. And what he says is in his review, he's like, God is blessing him to be able to bless other people to do this. He does not want to be treated like a celebrity. He pays for all of his food. When they try to give him special treatment, he refuses it. He just flat out says, I'm a regular person like everybody else, and I want to be treated as such.
But they're going to do that. They're just going to do that so he will not leave any kind of bad reviews, because he has left bad reviews at some of those restaurants.
How do I not know about? How do I not know about this guy?
So the reason why I said I'm gonna send you something after the show. The reason why I said a little bit of ratchet is because just recently he had to get what's his name? Ocho Cinco? I think he had to get, oh no, it was Chad. He had to get Chad
that's
together.
Ocho Cinco. That's
oh, okay. He had to get him together real quick because he went on somebody's podcast and was talking stuff and didn't do his research about Keith Lee.
Yeah.
So the very next day, Keith Lee had to do a little video. And the way he gathered him, he's already bald-headed. If he wasn't, he would have snatched a little bit of hair off his head he had.
Damn.
That's how classy of a clapback Keith Lee read his ass.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what I learned Black, and not to ever eat at Atlanta restaurants because you're gonna be sitting for 2 hours.
That's because traffic.
Apparently everywhere.
The traffic down there. Like everybody want to move to Atlanta. They full. Full.
I'm talking about to eat in a restaurant. It's a 2-hour wait in all the restaurants down there.
Oh, I thought you
I ain't
like
never going.
Oh,
yep.
Shit.
Yep. And then some of them close early on certain days, and complaining about that. That's a whole rack of stuff we've been talking about. Yep.
Their customer service is trash.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so I learned Black today. I learned about a judge. Okay, Judge Hanif Johnson. It's spelled Henif, pronounced Hanif. I actually looked it up. You hear that, white people? I looked it up.
You know what?
Instead of, you hear that, everybody else that wants to get on these podcasts and on these shows and on TV and mispronounce a Black person's name when you could have just done it backstage and had the shit ready when you got here. But okay, here we go. I learned about Judge Hanif Johnson. That became the youngest elected judge in Pennsylvania history. 5 years later, he's continuing to serve his community and be a source of inspiration to many. Why? Because he defied the odds. His journey from adversity to a symbol of hope and change reveals that transformative power and determination and community engagement. So basically, like, he went to jail, he was doing all of these things, and he didn't live such a great life, and he defied the odds and is now the youngest elected judge in Pennsylvania. So, I mean, every little bit, it was inspirational because we all haven't made great decisions in our lives, but you can turn a loss into a definite win.
Yes.
All right. So, real talk this week will be a melee of fun from a few listeners on our social media that answered a few of these funnier questions that, you know, I have a tendency to post from time to time. Let's see. I saw the Hoteps in the wild at my job this week. Listen, they were arguing again, right? This time they were speaking about Ariana Grande. Apparently, straight niggas think Ariana Grande they think that she's Spanish.
No, she's not. I thought she was like Italian or something.
No, she's Italian, but she's white, and they think that, you know, since she has that name Grande, that you know.
Yeah, no.
You know, it's just enough. It's just enough for them to be looking like
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Right. She falls just in that little exotic category and shit. Yeah,
I cannot.
She one of them. But hello, she's white.
Oh
she's
no,
white. She's white, people. She can sing. The girl is talented. I will give her gold star.
She said she got a little flavor in her.
She does. I mean, she showed. But have you ever actually?
Hold on, she had some flavor in her. She had some flavor in
womp, womp, boo, tomato.
Whatever.
Who are you talking about, Big Sean?
Big Sean.
No, but they honestly they think that she's they were like, oh, she's exotic and stuff. Like, I was like, exotic, is that a thing? Ugh. Like, why are y'all?
Yeah.
But okay. But anyway, so they was thinking that she was Spanish. I'm like, you know, she's white, right? Everybody blown. They're like, no, she ain't. This, that. No, she's totally white. She just showed up one day to the cookout and was like, hey guys, I just want to be a little ghetto, and y'all just ran with it, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Lord.
Anyway, Lyrics Lessons is up next on WRTR, Real Talk Radio. People ask me, where'd you get that name? What does WRTR stand for? It stands for Washington's Real Talk Radio, because we started the show in DC. So, Washington's Real Talk Radio. Well, why is it repetitive? Why does it say WRTR Real Talk Radio? Why didn't you just say WRTR?
You know what? I cannot.
Listen, bitch. Well, how come you don't know the difference between they, or there, and there, bitch? How come you don't know that?
I cannot.
Anyways, we'll be right back. And these segments that I cut away to, they're just messages. They're just TikToks sometimes, and they're just people speaking on some real talk shit that, from some of our favorite creators sometimes. So, anyways.
Some of you may not know that October is recognized as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I want to talk about a form of domestic violence that is not talked about often. I actually just really learned about it myself: reproductive abuse. This involves someone using coercion, deception, or any other form of manipulation or violence to violate their partner's sexual boundaries. It could involve hiding, destroying, or withholding birth control pills, tampering with contraceptives, or removing them during sex. It could be lying about pregnancy or taking birth control, or lying about having a vasectomy. This also includes using force or emotional manipulation to prevent someone from ending or convince them to end a pregnancy, as well as refusing to use condoms or birth control, purposely trying to give your partner an STD or STI, and finally, shaming or guilting your partner into having more children. We talk about trapping people in a very relaxed, casual way in pop culture, but this shit ain't no game. When dating, in a relationship, or even a marriage, please watch out for the signs of reproductive abuse.
Pull up a seat for Lyrics Lessons on WRTR Real Talk Radio and Lyric Bravado on Twitter.
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Lyric, and I'm back with another segment of Lyrics Lessons, where I discuss your friendships, your relationships, and your situationships. And I give my 2 cents about it. If you guys want to continue sending me your advice questions, send them to my email at lyricbravado@gmail.com or DM me on my Instagram. Now, let's get started.
But before you do, remember when you started this segment and you was like, I want to give advice.
Oh, yeah, I do. I didn't know what I wanted to do because, like I said, I didn't think about it. Like, actually being a co-host. Mm-hmm. And now that I have,
I think you give great advice.
I think it's going pretty great. Thank you.
I think you give great advice. Plus, it's hilarious.
Depending on the story.
I know.
Some of these letters over the years have been absolutely crazy. I mean, batshit crazy.
I think some of y'all troll us, but the way that the whole system works, y'all usually send them to the station email, which is wrtradio@gmail.com, which is fine. And I'll pull them from there, and then we just kind of like, Lyric doesn't get prep work for these, just so y'all know. Like, we just kind of throw the letters at her. So,
yeah. Oh, you remember when I first started? Before I was getting letters, I was getting like an influx of dick pics.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh my God. I remember that.
I was like, what the hell? You talk about it comes with the territory. You're on.
Oh,
I said, no, the fuck it don't. I said, ew, that one got a turtleneck. That one got lit on it.
I'm done.
I don't like it. Don't send it to me.
That was fun.
It was gross. It was disgusting.
No, it was funny because, let me tell you, because she got one and she was like, wait, why am I getting this? And this is somebody that went from a band to where, like, she sings, she doesn't really do things in the public. She's a whole mom. And then all of a sudden, she just went from that to
dick. You get a dick. You get a dick. You get a dick. I was like, that's enough. That's enough. I done had it. I had to make a PSA, a couple shows.
They wanted you to
listen here, hoes.
They wanted to see what you got. I'm gonna see what they had. They wanted you to see what they had.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Them back up.
I think one had a bump on it.
No,
No, I'm not. Marcus, am I lying?
She is am not lying because we were sitting there. We were sitting there trying to figure out.
I think that's the show you started talking about herpes and stuff. That's probably what started all the herpes jokes. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Probably.
I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, I do have one. Let's get started.
right.
This one is anonymous, and all names have been changed to protect the privacy of the people. Okay, thank you for telling me that. Okay, my friend Alex cannot get over his ex, Jess. How do I help him? He's been dating this girl for a few months, and he was head over heels in love with her. A few months ago, she broke up with him, and Alex has been on a downward trend since. Our friend group has tried to help Alex, but recently he started talking back to Jess again. Alex has tried to convince her to get back with him, but she doesn't want to. He's since gone on dark communication, and I haven't seen him in days. How do I help him? He's heartbroken, and he still thinks that there's a chance. How do I help him realize that it's over? Time. Time is his best friend right now. First of all, with everybody spinning the block, like you got Nelly and Ashanti and all these couples going back, spinning the block.
Yep.
Who knows? Listen, all you can do as a friend is be there to support them. Be there to be the shoulder to probably cry on, because it sounds like he be doing a lot of that these days. And just be an ear for your friend, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know. What's meant to be will be. And if it's not, then the only thing that will help your friend is time. It's probably not helping that, you know what I'm saying, he's still talking to her, but at the end of the day, he's grown, she's grown, and grown people gonna do what grown people do.
That's right.
So everybody's healing journey is different. You might have a different path that you would have done. He's going to have to learn the hard way, just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? We've all had to go through heartbreak a time or two in our lifetime, and he is not exempt from that. The only thing you can do as his friend is just be there for him, check on him, make sure that he's good and he didn't, do anything crazy, like unalive himself over this incident. And that's my advice.
All right now. All right. I got one. Got one for you.
Okay.
This is from Lisa.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Lisa. She said, Dear Larry, I've been
Just so
married.
y'all know, we don't think your names are correct. We know you've changed your name. We know y'all be writing this ratchet shit.
Right.
And
No, I heard
y'all don't
you.
want nobody to know.
Right.
We know. Go ahead. Mary.
Lisa. Okay. Dear Larry, I've been married to my husband for almost 43 years. We haven't had 43 years. Damn. Okay.
Damn.
We haven't had sex in more than 10 years. He is a nasty drunk, which has grown worse. He is emotionally abusive and calls me lazy and fat. He hurt his right shoulder 3 years ago and refused to seek medical attention for it. 2 years ago, he had all his teeth extracted. Since then, he has lost at least 50 pounds, which unfortunately, I seem to have gained.
Oh.
He drinks until he's fallen down drunk at least twice a week. And, that reminds me of somebody. Okay. And he then becomes nasty with me and our daughter. What should I do?
What's the question here? Because she said a lot. Like you said, you're not having sex. Okay, is that a question? You want to know what you want to do about that?
Yeah,
she was all over the place in this letter.
Right. I guess she's just complaining about him.
What should she do about him overall?
Yeah, overall, because he's emotionally abusive to her. They haven't had sex within 10 years. He refuses to seek medication in regards to his right shoulder that he injured 3 years ago. And since then, she said he's lost like 50 pounds and she's gained it. And he's become nasty with her and her daughter. What should she do about that?
I mean, first of all, let's address the sex thing, since that was the first thing that you said.
Yeah,
why would you want to have somebody who's emotionally abusive to you? Let's start there.
Right.
First of all, sex is 80% mental. I would say, in my opinion.
Okay.
If you're not connected mentally to that person, you know what I'm saying? That you're in a relationship with. I'm not talking about casual sex, because y'all can hit it and quit it. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you're in a relationship, it's mental. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know, like, if you've been into a big, huge argument or whatever, and your man tried to touch you and stuff, you don't really want to do it unless you want let's make up. You haven't gotten to that point yet, then you're not going to want to do anything. As far as the emotional stuff and him being drunk all the time and him calling you out your name and being mean to your daughter, listen, life's too short. And I know you said you've been married for 43 years, but it is not too late to send him packing and
Get your
be
groove
happy
back.
with the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of times people feel like they are trapped in these relationships because of the history, because you've been married for so long or been together so long, or because kids are involved.
Right.
But the thing about it is, it's not healthy to be in a toxic relationship at all for nobody.
You have loyalty to the relationship and not to. I'm sorry. You have the loyalty to the longevity and not the relationship.
Mm-hmm. Right. And first of all, it comes a time where you have to love yourself more. You have to put yourself first. Self-care is the best care. And if you're not doing that, what are you really doing? Are you living or are you existing?
Yeah, she need to sit down and make a plan. Some kind of plan.
Yeah, it sounds like he's not interested in changing. And at this point, he's probably a little older. He's set in his ways. He's not going to change unless something drastically happens in his life where he feels like he needs to make that change for himself. Doesn't sound like that's happening. So at this point, you need to do what's best for you and your daughter.
Amen.
All right now.
Whew. All right. So this one comes from Telly. It says, "Dear Lyric, I know you don't like them long ass essays people be writing, so I'm gonna
All right.
She says, I'm that unpopular girl that stayed to herself, got a man, and stays at home with his ass all the time. He was my first and only when he took my virginity 10 months ago. So I'll admit, I'm pretty green when it comes to dating men in general. I have a girlfriend that I asked about this, but coming across you all's podcast has made me want to ask you all's opinion. A man is one of those skinny ass basketball playing niggas that thinks no other channels exist other than ESPN. And although I love his swag, should I be concerned that he scratches his nuts all the time?
What?
I'm not trying to be gross or funny, but I literally wonder because it's not bad. It's not just after ball. He will watch TV and be scratching, eat food and be scratching, and even in bed, he sleeps with his hands in his pants.
That's normal.
He doesn't have any visible sores and nothing smells out of the ordinary. Would you be concerned, or am I just self-sabotaging a good
That's
situation?
normal.
Love the podcast.
You're self-sabotaging to the 1,000th power. That is a man thing if I have ever heard of. I have not met a man that don't be all in his junk. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while. It's his. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It might be a comfort thing. You know what I'm saying? It might be sweaty. You know, that might be why it's you know, he might got jackets. He's an athlete. You know, that's normal stuff. I don't think that it's that serious. What you think, he got crabs or something? You know what I mean? Like, come on, Mom. Like, for real. Like, if he had that, then they would be pinching your pubes too, and you'd be scratching right along with him. Girl, you need to relax.
How bad is he scratching now? How bad? Like, is this like? Are we talking like an adjustment?
If he just like scratching, it's different if he's just like down there. Because, I mean, come on now. We sometimes put our hands in our pants. So we just be relaxing and have our hands in our pants. And maybe we may rub a little bit. That don't mean we itching or something like that. That's just a habit. That's just a habit that a lot of guys do. He can
I would be more concerned if he was scratching and then sniffing.
Yeah.
Okay, then you could feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? If you catch him always got his hand in his pants and then he doing one of these, be concerned about that.
That's so
got
funny. I literally was just having this conversation the other day.
What about itchy nut?
No, about
Monitor who you hanging out with.
A topic came up. One of my female friends was like, "I don't understand. Why do y'all do that? Why do guys always do that? I mean, they always have their hands in their pants and they'll scratch and then they'll pull it and they'll smell to make sure they still fresh or whatever like that."
I ain't never seen nobody do that.
Yeah.
Except for on Instagram. But in real life, never seen that. But then you gotta think, our anatomy is different. Y'all got hanging objects and stuff like that. Stuff all chafing against your thighs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You gotta move stuff out the way and shit like that. Like, come on, girl.
Wait a minute.
Let that man grab his
I
stuff.
cannot.
Some of these little nasty cats out here got a little bit more dangling down there than just nuts. Y'all got little dingleberries. Y'all be having fucking
Limbo
and paper clips and shit. No.
Nah, I think she's overreacting though.
Okay.
That's my advice. I do have another one.
Keep one eye open, girl. Just saying.
Oh my gosh. All right, this one wants to also be anonymous. Y'all some anonymous mom. Let me shut up. All right. Let's see. Hey, Lyric. I want to be anonymous. I don't want my girlfriend to know that I am sending this to you, but I have questions. Well, maybe I have answers. We'll see. All right.
Okay.
So, girlfriend wants to spend her birthday with a guy alone. I've been dating my girlfriend for about 1.5 years, and we decided to be exclusive. It happens that I unfortunately have to be abroad this year on her birthday. Yesterday, she told me she planned to visit one of her friends, who just so happens to be a male. She told me that they were just friends. I know I should trust her, but I felt a little bit uncomfortable. I told her about that, and she canceled the trip. Now I feel petty and guilty. I'm not sure if I overreacted. The facts are, I don't know the guy personally, but my girlfriend said he was single. She also said that they were close friends before she met me, but she never said anything more than that. Let me see. We didn't fight or anything like that. I just said that I should trust you, but I'm feeling uncomfortable. She said, if you're uncomfortable, I will cancel that. I thanked her and emphasized that I'm okay with it if she really, really wanted to go. I also recommended that she find a third person to be around to celebrate her birthday with instead of just being alone with that guy. She said that she didn't have any friends in that area except him. Did I overreact?
What? I'm confused.
Of course.
So basically, he's going to be out of town on her birthday, like out of the country.
Okay.
So she planned a birthday trip to go see some dude who she's friends with.
See, you know what?
Just the dude. Just the dude.
Let me count your ways.
Nope. Nope.
Here we go.
Listen.
Nope. Now, if you don't, he got.
Listen, I'm not going to say you're insecure, but I will say this. It sounds to me like she had a lot of respect for your boundaries. That was one of your boundaries, and you felt like she was like crossing it. It made you uncomfortable, and she canceled the trip. Hey, at least you all talked about it. You told her how you felt. Now, had she been a little more, tug baggish about it and was like, well, fuck you, I'm going on my trip, I'm going to go see my people, then that might have been something to raise an eyebrow or two about, because like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? First of all, when I have events and stuff like that, like birthdays. I'm not going to go hang out with just one person. It's a group thing. I like to be with my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that your only friend in the area? That makes no sense. It sounds like it was a friends with benefit situation, if you ask me. And because you felt bad about it, she was like, let me go cancel this thing. But I wouldn't be surprised when you out of town and you go out the country, somebody's gonna catch a flight. You're gonna go see that man. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know. What y'all think about it? To be young.
Well, like you said, she respected his boundaries by canceling. Because she should, first of all, she shouldn't have been planning no no trip to go see her supposedly friend for you said a birthday surprise, and it was just them two?
Her birthday.
Oh,
she was going to go see him for her birthday.
Hold on.
First of all, and she's been very vague about this man. You only know that he's single and that they were friends before y'all got together.
She was planning a trip to go get some birthday dick. That's what she was going to go do. She was going to go get some birthday dick.
Surprise!
That's what I think.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
She knew exactly what she was doing.
All right.
Now, and I say, I don't even think he overreacted. I think he reacted appropriately because you cared to have a conversation with her about it. It wasn't an argument. It wasn't a fight. She didn't feel no type of way. You didn't feel no type of way at the end. You both got to an understanding, which is
she better go. She better go pull out that birthday bob. She better go pull out that birthday bob out of.
She said, "I'm about to fly out myself." Trifling.
All right.
You got one more?
Yep. All right. Dear Lyric, I did a thing I'm not pleased about. I drunk texted my work bae some nudes. We have always flirted back and forth, and I can't say he can't get it. So it wasn't out of context, but still probably not the best idea. So I woke up the next morning with an unread text message from him showing me the monster he was working with. Now, we both have iPhones, so I unsent the pic on iMessage, but I'm still fucked up about it. After I told him about my wild night out and that I was drunk when I sent the picture, he agreed to delete it, but I don't trust it because the other men he speaks to at my job have been getting really flirty with me lately. Do you think I'm being stupid, or should I be having a talk with HR? Thanks, Paula.
You have a talk
what
with
HR gonna do? You said that drink when you was drunk. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That sounds like your bad, your mistake. Oh well, you live and you learn, honey. You live and you learn. I'm more interested in about what you gonna do about it, baby. Because hey, you gonna give him some play or no? Sound like you want to. Sound like you want to. You talking about he working with a monster and all of that, girl. Sound like you trying to see about that monster. Sound like you trying to be the monster slayer.
No, boy.
She'd be over in her cubicle, like eyeing that joint. Like, how does he sit down? Like,
But I wouldn't recommend that though, because work relationships can get mighty tricky real fast. Because guess what? When shit don't work out, you gonna feel some type of way when you got to see that person sitting across from you every day, and they get to talking and going on about their business and they life, talking about they met this girl, they met that girl, or whatever the case may be. You gonna feel some type of way. So I recommend that you just let it go. Long as you know you don't see that your pictures is getting passed around. Let it go, girl. Let it go, girl. Let it go.
All right.
That is it. That's all. That's what I got for this week. You guys tune in next week. I will be back. Again, send me your advice questions, not your storybooks, not your chapter books, but your questions to my email at lyricbravado@gmail.com, and I will be ever so happy to answer them here live on our show.
Alrighty, and next week you are re-debuting or reintroducing your segment as what? So it will be called. Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Let me see. What was it? If
I think
it were lyric.
Yes, if it were lyric.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna call the segment.
I think that's more fitting
y'all
because
be having me all the way.
Yeah. You typically tell them how you gonna respond, and it's usually on
my
point.
2 cents. Either way,
Yeah.
you're gonna get my 2 cents, whether you like it or not. You don't have to agree, but don't ask me if you don't want to hear it, because I'm gonna give it to you. Well,
Raw.
Ew.
okay.
Wear a condom. Up next, you got Tigger Man's Tea. We'll be right back.
Okay, so most of my homeboys think just because I'm a homosexual, I'm always riding for the women. So one of my homeboys hit me up and said, "Hey, Lonnie, listen, I met this girl, man. This bitch got cigarette burns on her butt, gunshot wounds all on her legs, whips and shit on her arms." So, you know, guys can be a little dramatic and shit. So I was like, boy, it ain't that bad. Stop doing all that motherfucking over-exaggerating. He said, "Hey, Lonnie, you want to see the picture?" I said, "The picture?" He said, "Yeah, I tricked that bitch." I said, "Baby, get in some sexy poses." And I took some pictures of her ass because I knew nobody wasn't gonna believe me. So I told her to pose ass naked. I said, "You did what?" Before he could say anything else, that motherfucker said, "Boop," delivered. And he sent the picture. So when the picture came through, I said, "Oh, she a tomboy." He said, "You see the motherfucking marks?" I said, "Boy, that ain't nothing. Them dark freckles. Maybe she mixed with Cheetah." He said, "Man, look at the picture." I said, "I am looking at the picture. Ain't nothing wrong with that picture." He said, "Man, look at her." I said, "I am. She just got to unfold her mouth because she posing in the picture like this, y'all." He said, "Man, something wrong with that bitch." I said, "No, it ain't. She just grew up in the gifted class. That's it." Then he says to me, "Lonnie, what about the whips on her arms?" I said, "First and fucking foremost, calm the fuck down before you have a stroke." Then I got to looking at the picture. I said, "Ain't nothing wrong with that woman's arms, okay? Yeah, she in the S&M. You got you a freak." Then he says, "You got to stop taking up for these bitches." I said, "Look, I'm just telling you what I see. Okay, yeah, that's all I'm saying. And I bet you still hit, though." He said, "No, I ain't hit. I got the head, though."
Sit back, relax, and sip on this tea with Tigger Man on WRTR Real Talk Radio and Tigger Man 82 on IG.
Hey, this is your boy Tigger Man with the T. Now, you know, well, I know when you all hear T, you all always think about celebrity gossip. But my gossip consists of celebrity gossip, international news, local news, and also what may be going on inside your bedroom.
Gross.
You hear me? You hear me?
They scratching nuts
I
in
remember
your
anyway,
bedroom.
So I remember when you started, or when I had. Okay, so
here we go.
you were like, okay, well, what will I do on the show? And I was like, well, you were always in the blogs. You were always reading what's going on with somebody else. And I'm like, why do you know that? Why do we care? And you're just like, because this, that, and the third. You was always into. Yes, you were. Yes. You are. You be nosy. You be having facts for days and don't.
So
anyway,
anyways. So like I said, it started off from me being a guest host on the show, filling in for somebody else. And so that other person, I guess, quit or left. So Marcus pressured me into actually being on the show. That's how that was. Because I kept saying, "No, I'm not doing this. I can't do this. I'm not doing this. No." So then, like I said, I went on and said, "Okay, I'll go ahead and do it." So then we were just talking about what kind of segment should I do? Since you all already had your segments, what kind of segment I should do? And I was like, okay, maybe I can do some kind of celebrity gossip. And you was like, no, everybody does that. Everybody always doing a celebrity gossip.
Well, my mentality behind it. My mentality behind it was I didn't want to build my career by tearing someone else down.
But it's not really tearing someone down. It's just you just
y'all put your own asses in the news. We just talk about it.
Yeah, it's just like being put out there. So of course we're gonna speak on it because we being the audience, we being the viewers. We being the people out here, we see it on TV, on social media. Of course, we gonna speak on it.
We definitely gonna talk about that.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, why not have a little,
tidbit,
little gossip segment? And so that's what we went for, and we came up with the Tea with Tigger Man. Tigger Man with a T.
And you are changing that next week.
And that's going to be changed to Trolling with Tigger Man.
I think that fits.
Trolling with Tigger Man. I actually like that too. Because basically what I do is troll. On the internet, on social media. That's what I do, troll. And so that's what we're going to switch it up to next week.
I know that's right.
But anyways, first I have up is Kel Mitchell from remember Keenan and Kel?
Yes, all that.
Welcome
this
to your Doug Burger. Can I take you all that? Oh
this
yeah,
all that.
Yeah.
Is that Orange Soda dude? That's the one.
Welcome to
he had the dreads. Welcome.
Yeah, that's what you like Orange Soda. I do. Ooh.
Yeah. That's her.
Why you sound like Ariana Grande? Welcome to Good Burger. Oh, the Good Burger.
Well, anyway.
Wait, what was I doing?
Well, anyway, he was just rushed to the hospital yesterday.
Oh, damn.
And we falling out.
He's in emergency room. A witness says that he had appeared to be conscious now. They don't know what's going on with him, but he's supposed to be real ill or something, but he's at the hospital and they're still trying to figure out what's going on with him.
His phone glitching.
Wait, why are we falling out? See?
I don't even know what to say.
We're not well people. I hope you don't get your news exclusively.
I said his clone is glitching.
No.
It's freezing up.
No. And I just want to shout out to him and say, get well, Kel. Get well, Kel.
Yo,
Get well, Kel.
I thought that would happen. I really thought that would happen. Like when they started doing those Whitney Houston things in the Vegas, when they started doing Whitney Houston, the little avatar or whatever,
He said his clothes started glitching.
I thought it would glitch and she would be singing and her head would disappear or some shit, and you be in the audience like, oh my god!
And it don't even look like her. It don't even look like her. The clone don't even look like her. Y'all wrong. Y'all are so wrong. Y'all are so wrong. Y'all are so wrong. But anyway, get well, Kel. Get well, Kel. I'm sending my prayers to you and your family.
Blessings, all that.
Allegedly.
Okay.
How many toes did he have?
No, look, hold on before you go, before you move on. As soon as you said that, that's the first thing I thought of. That's why I said it. And then I thought about that lady who was on the plane. This motherfucker is not real.
But then she came back. They started interviewing her, and it looked like a whole different bitch now. She a whole different bitch now. Like what?
I'm getting off this plane. She was dead ass. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, she was yelling. Moving on. Okay, Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is going big and on his return to TV. He is launching his own. He's launching his own cable network and anchoring a new nightly show. Phil is calling his new TV network Merit Street Media. And his new talk show airing nightly at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's called Dr. Phil Primetime.
The last time I watched Dr. Phil was when he had to Catch Me Outside girl on there.
Are you serious?
I ain't even gonna hold you.
I was over Dr.
Phil.
Are you serious?
Catch
you
Me
know what's
Outside.
funny
How about that?
about that? That's I cannot.
That's
The
ain't she
last
like
show
Bad
I've
Baby
seen.
now. Bad Baby.
Bad Baby, yeah, that's her name. Bad Baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's her name. Bad
No,
Baby.
I was over Dr. Phil when he. Okay, so you remember that black girl that he had on his show, the one that was talking about she identifies as Caucasian, and she was talking about I am not into black things.
Oh, I heard
and
about that.
Oh my God.
He had her on the show, but then it came out.
yes.
But then it came out that whole thing was scripted.
It
So
probably
I
was. Most of the
Word?
stuff on his show is
Yeah.
scripted. Most
I
of the
was
stuff
completely
is
over
scripted.
Dr. Phil at that point because
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so
Except for
not
the Catch
only
Me
would
Out
you
girl. She meant that
bring
shit.
Yep, she
Not-
can catch me outside. How about that?
right,
Catch me
and I'm just
outside.
ugh.
And you know what? After that show, she became big. She done made so much money. She done made music with like I think it was like Soulja Boy and a couple of other them little kids. And she done made a whole that girl done made some money. She done made some money. Oh, and
She made a
she done-
mess. That's
and
what
she
she
done-
made.
and she done something. She done a little bit of work to her face and stuff, trying to make her have
Oh, she do look a little
urban
bit more
features.
cultural.
She cultural. She
In
trying
the
to make
face.
So she want-
in the face.
This bitch done got
I
nigga
said,
surgery.
oh,
Oh,
my
hell, this
Yeah,
bitch done got nigga surgery. God damn it.
yeah. I saw a post on social. Yeah, I saw a post
I
on
saw
social media and some
I
videos.
said,
I'm looking
"Oh,
like,
she's
she
looking
done
a little
changed her
blackish."
face. Yeah, she looking a little blackish.
She
I
looking
was
a
like,
little
oh well,
blackish.
okay. But anyway, the first
Mhm.
episode will premiere on Monday, February 26th of
Okay.
next
I will
year,
not be
2024. So
Yep.
for all you
Y'all
out
know
there,
about it.
for you
My
all out
phone,
there
my
that,
TV, all of it.
so for you all out there that
It's
like
both.
Dr. Phil, tune in.
We don't.
Monday, February 26th. Okay.
We don't care.
Moving on.
That's dead.
Ray J's mom. She's been.
What's going on with Miss
rushed to the hospital,
Norwood?
too.
Brandy's
She's been rushed
mom.
to the- yes, Brandy's mom.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Ray J's mom, Sonia Norwood, is recovering from a bad reaction to something that's generally speaking good for you, a home IV drip that turned into an emergency situation. So
Oh,
there's a
wow.
lot of celebrities out there that take these IV drip. It's a home IV treatment drip, and it's
Mhm.
supposed to give you all these vitamins and nutrients and all that other stuff. But there's been quite a few people who've had bad reactions to it. One of them, I believe, was I think it was Kylie Jenner. She had a bad reaction to it too, and had to get sent to the hospital.
No
But
shit,
now-
because they're not really physicians who are administering these IV drips.
You know
Yeah.
you're not supposed to do
They're
that,
probably
right?
getting contaminated.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Well,
yes.
because it's vitamins, they can get away with it. It's
Mhm. Yeah, it's supposed to deliver the essential vitamins
I
and
wouldn't.
nutrients directly to the bloodstream. But
yeah, it's not an actual drug. It's like things you can get over the counter. You can get away with it. However, I think it's more so of a contaminated type of deal,
Mhm.
and people may be like putting in bacteria when they administer the IVs as well. Because I
Oh,
read about
right.
that too, and I'm like, that shit's weird.
yep, I said they better stop
Couldn't
doing
be
that.
me, honey.
They better stop
Yeah.
doing it. But I said a lot of celebrities actually take that treatment at home.
hmm
It's just a few
Yeah,
of them
especially
that
when
had
they
bad
drink, they
reactions
go
to it.
out and they have events and they
Oh,
drink a lot.
of
They have a
course.
hangover
I
one.
have liquid. I take those. The liquid IVs. I take those.
Mhm.
They're in the
Mhm.
package, and it's a powder.
Mhm.
And you pour it into some water and stir it up and drink it.
Yeah, the hangover
Okay.
drink.
It's like it's like electrolytes. It's basically
Mhm.
electrolytes and energy and
You gotta
stuff like
drink a
that.
Gatorade
So
and
I
call
do
it a
take
damn
those.
day.
much.
Those work. Those work though. Those IV packets, those they work. They really work.
Mm.
But
I
yeah,
ain't
so
had
moving
that
on. Okay. Oh, so moving on. Thought this was funny. Homer Simpson.
Oh, why is he in the news?
Homer Simpson.
Homer Simpson. It says Homer Simpson is done strangling his son Bart.
You know what? I
And why-
believe it. You know what? Fight the power.
And this is the reason for this is because it's been said that that's like considered as child
Yeah.
abuse now. It's considered as child abuse.
Man.
And so
Are you kidding?
yes.
So they're gonna
So-
stop killing Kenny in South Park?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Child.
I have no idea. But
I think they stopped killing Kenny years ago.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
They just
They
killed
did?
him in the movie
Yeah.
I just watched.
So
They fucked him around.
Kenny outside
They fucked Kenny
dead now,
up.
bitch.
Kenny
So the
got
producers-
fucked up.
the producers want to pivot away from the whole child abuse thing, so they're not going to be doing that anymore. And so on the third episode for season 35, you're going to see Homer on there speaking to his new neighbor or whatever, and something's going to come up about the whole child abuse thing or whatever like that, and he's going to actually say on there that he's decided not to strangle Bart anymore.
Not y'all making the Simpsons freaking
Yes.
serious. It's a fucking cartoon. I hate
Right.
it.
I
The
thought
earth
that
is
was
ghetto. I
too
wanna leave.
funny.
Come on, man.
I cried when I saw that. I
I'm
said,
here
oh, wow.
for it. You know what?
All right.
Because we talking in this new inclusive environment and everything else. You know what? I mean,
Yes.
honestly, there is a lot of people out there that don't know how to distinguish between cartoon and reality. So, you know,
And
I
they
can
also
see
probably eat dirt.
Mhm.
right. I can see where they went with this, and you know what? Simpsons has made strides. You know, to be a little like Apu. They changed up his character because, you know, Native American people were like, so, and Arab people were like, so that's not how we act, and they changed that up. So, you know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna shut up.
All right.
I'ma
Okay,
shut
and so-
up.
All righty.
They
So
saw my
moving
birthday.
I didn't say they
on.
didn't really act like that, but not all of them act like this. Don't be that person. Don't be
Well,
that
what
person.
that was 7-Eleven act exactly like that. Fuck is you talking about? I mean, like, there's no coffee in here. I don't know what to tell you. I just put coffee in.
That's fucked up.
They talk
I
like
did
that.
not condone
Y'all
this.
stupid. Y'all are stupid. Yeah.
Based
Okay,
on my
moving
personal
on.
experience.
Y'all retarded. Okay, moving on. Chris Brown. So Chris Brown lives by the motto that a broken clock is right twice a day. His upcoming album, 1111, like the time 1111, is going to have two different sides to hear in both the AM and the PM. The
Let me tell
R&B
you
star. What?
If I see Chris Brown at 11:11, I am gonna pray. I'm praying to God or something. I don't want to see no Chris Brown at 11:11 instead of. Oh no!
It says the R&B star made a major announcement Monday saying his new album is going to be Double Trouble. He's going to be featuring artists like Future, Friday, Davido, and a few more surprise guests going to be on the project. There's going to be an A side and a B side. There's going to be 11 tracks on the A side, and there's going to be 11 tracks on the B side.
Can I just say, he don't need to be naming nothing, no double trouble. Nigga, you need to be staying the fuck out of trouble. Because it seems like motherfuckers always want to pull your ass into some shit.
That's his damn
He
tagline.
can't never
Double
stay
trouble.
out the goddamn news attached to some negative shit. Somebody always trying to sue him and put hands and feet on that man
Not
or
feet.
something.
Yes.
I guess.
Okay,
I'm
moving on.
support it though. 'cause
And
I
for
fuck
all
with
you out there that love New Edition, they have now went
Why?
on social media and posted about their residency in Vegas. They're going to have a residency in Vegas.
Who you said that?
New Edition.
Oh no.
Who asked?
Oh, y'all don't like New Edition?
Who asked? Who asked?
I
for
mean,
this?
yeah, but I'm not like to the point
Who was
where
sitting
I'm
at
going
home
to
and
Vegas
said, "You
to
know
go
what?
see him."
Who was sitting at
That's
home?
not
and
in
saying,
my
you know
age
what's
group.
missing? New Edition.
That's not in my age group. Now my
Yes,
auntie.
I mean, hold on. Not when they was back with Cool It now. Not that, but in the 90s.
I
was
know the
mine.
new one. I know the older ones, but that's still not in my age group. That's my aunties in there.
Okay. Well, all of them going to be there. Bobby, Johnny, Ralph, Ricky, Michael, and Ronnie. They're
They
all
still
gonna be there.
alive? Damn.
Yes, all of them going to still be there. They have a residency.
Now, if you said
from-
original Drew Hill members,
Now, see,
or some
look,
shit
now,
like
you know that's
that,
our time. Yeah, that's our time. That's our
then
time.
I'd be like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know New
But they're-
Edition. Them niggas like around 2000, they was like, "E keep it hot for ya." Ooh, you remember that song?
What?
Y'all remember that? It was like, "Ooh," or some shit, and they was like, "E keep it hot for
Oh
ya."
yeah. I remember.
What song
yes,
is that?
Yes.
One of y'all write in and tell us.
No,
shit,
I remember that. I remember that song. Yes, I do remember that song.
It
But
was.
they're only
Y'all
gonna be
look it
doing-
up.
You stupid. They're only going to be doing 6 shows. It's going to be from February 28th to March 9th of 2024 at the Wynn Las Vegas.
Still didn't ask.
Just stop. Don't do that. Don't do that to them.
No, I'd rather see a Michael Jackson hologram.
Exactly.
Okay. And
That
then now,
glitches.
this one, this next
That would be
one,
perfect for Thriller.
With the glitches.
this next one kind of upset me.
Oh hell.
And when I mention the name, you'll know why.
Right.
After facing a lawsuit over a hit, "All I Want for Christmas
I'm not
Is
doing
You"
this.
track last year, Mariah Carey is once again being sued by songwriter Andy Stone, aka Vince Vance. He's alleging that the song was essentially stolen from him.
Mhm.
The development comes right as the Lambs are celebrating Mariah's annually thawing online. Did y'all see that video?
I did.
It's
I
time! And the ice break.
did. Yeah.
We seen it.
I was just like, why does this controversy come up right now? Because it's like right before. It's already bad enough. You can't hand out the last piece of Halloween equipment before you get. I don't want to Christmas. All that shit, like right now, seriously.
And
hold on, check this out. Check this out. It says Stone accused Mariah Carey of copyright infringement, alleging that she copied the 1994 track from a song he and his group, Vince Vance and the Valiants, created in 1989. Okay, so she put out this in 1994. Now that she's making buku money every year for Christmas off of this one hit, now all of a sudden people want to come after her. Somebody tried to sue her last year for this. Now another person trying to sue her this year for 2 people that tried to sue her for this, saying that they took their song. Whose track is it? If it ain't hers, whose is it now? Because 2 people then tried to sue her over this song. So whose track is it? This guy saying he had this in 1989.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. I just want
all I want is Mariah's check.
Hey. And that's exactly what it is. They just need to throw that shit out of court. If they was gonna sue her, they should have sued her back then.
Throw it away.
She's been singing this since goddamn 1994. And I'm going to her Christmas concert in December 15th. I can't wait. I can't wait. You already know I'm a big Mariah fan. You know that's my girl.
Of course. Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care if she can't sing anymore now. That's Mariah.
No, I mean, everybody get old shit.
Yeah. That's Mariah. That's Mariah right there. Okay.
Me and Mariah go back.
Okay. And next. Okay, and next we have moving on.
That's the last time I listened to Mariah.
Young Miami.
When Old Dirty Bastard was still alive.
Old Dirty Bastard. No, hold on. Me and Mariah. Keep it. Hold on.
Go back like
Baby's
Fire.
I said that's the last time I listened to Mariah Carey when Old Dirty Bastard was alive.
Jump. Shut up. Anyway, moving on.
Did you just do a thrust emotion? You was like jump, and you just did this little hump emotion.
Jump.
Let me see you do that. Ladies, let me see you shake your rump. And let's do it.
Soul to soul. Big Daddy all big and bold.
Sounded like Emphysema.
Y'all stupid. Anyway, and last but not least, I have is Young Miami is offering dating advice to her fans while detailing some upcoming projects in the works. The 29-year-old rapper sat down for an exclusive interview with Billboard on November 3rd. During the conversation, the city girl was asked to share her advice for others looking to land a man like Diddy.
Why? Why do we want the rest to see that?
So her advice was, I think that you just got to be yourself because people, they gravitate towards real. So many people try to be something they not. You just got to be yourself. I'm just myself. I'm just that bitch. And that's how you bag a nigga. That's her advice. What you got to say about that, Larry?
I mean, I guess, get it how you live, girl. You know what I'm saying? If you want to give advice to how bitches can, get with a man who's going to have a baby on you while you with him, I mean, go by all means.
Hey.
Who asked for this recipe? Who asked for this?
I mean,
don't
I can't knock it. I mean, honestly, she's young. She's having fun. And I think at the end of the day, she really knows what it is. You know what I'm saying? Diddy's not going to be settling down to nobody.
Of course. And he already said it.
Nada.
Like you say,
he still talk about Cassie in the songs. He still has multiple baby mamas and old girlfriends he be talking to and hanging out with and all this kind of stuff. So I mean, inside. So I mean, she's happy with their situation and how they got they shit going on. I mean, more power to her, but I wouldn't necessarily think that you should be out here just be forthcoming with advice.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Hey. Okay.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that wraps it up for this week's segment of.
That wraps it up for the end.
What's the segment called again? Tea with your boy Tigger Man.
Boo! Tomato.
You said tomatoes.
Whatever.
Assorted fruit.
Whatever.
Up next. Dead for that. We'll be right back.
I just want to take a moment and say happy Sunday to Black women and Black women only. Black women with fat coochies and big areolas. Black women who listen to Sexy Red, Lauryn Hill, and Paramore. Black women who speak out against ethnic cleansing and genocide. Vegan Black women. Black women that are church girls and Black women that are atheists. Black women that are feminists. Black women that have lost their edges before. This is my second set. Black women in the military. Black women in STEM. Dark-skinned Black women. Brown-skinned Black women. Fluorescent beige Black women. Happy Sunday to butch Black women, especially mine. Haitian, Caribbean, and or African Black women. Black women that would have been called low value by Kevin Samuels. Beyonce. Black women who have to host Thanksgiving at their house every year. Black women that get called intimidating at work. Black single moms. Black married moms. The first Aunt Viv. And lastly, Black women who are just trying to make it to the next day because eggs are $10, our skin gets dry in the winter, and being grown is stressful as fuck.
Dead for that. Time to find out what Marcus is dead for.
So we're back, and inside of the show that we call Allow Us to Reintroduce Ourselves, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Dead for That. This is my segment that I came up with to just kind of be like my woosah moment every week, that kind of thing that kind of just got under my skin. And I was, you know how you be thinking and you be in your thoughts and you don't necessarily write those thoughts down. Well, I started journaling and I thought, why wouldn't these be perfect things to say out loud? So I just created a segment around it. So it's kind of like my woosah moment. I also have my In Ya Biz segment that I use to, for interviews and everything. But on the days that I don't have interviews, I do Dead for That. So anywho, sometimes it's a little bit more fun and other times it's a little more gut wrenching like this week. This week, I struggle with it, but I will just keep it all the way real. If I bring you on to the platform and stuff, listen, it's because I rock with you. It's because I care about you, because I really, really want you to do well and I want to see you doing well. So this kind of breaks my heart that I got to drag my boy Samson McCormick.
Oh.
Gotta do it. because I'm dead for you this week, sir. All right, so for those of you that don't know, Samson McCormick came on our TV show on Uncensored Network a few years ago.
Hey, Samson.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm dead for him. So if you all weren't around back then, basically Samson came onto the show, and this was a brother that has made plenty of strides, plenty of gains as the first openly LGBTQ comic on stages across America, and currently will be the first LGBT comic to perform at the, what does it say, National Stadium?
Comedian.
National Museum. I said comic.
Comedian.
Okay.
Comedian.
Okay. Look here.
He said what
like
he
he in
said.
a comic book or something. Like he in a comic book.
He should be, because this fuckery right here. Okay, so this is what he did. He's supposed to perform at the National Museum of African American History and Culture as part of the special National Coming Out Day event. And this is what he posted on his Facebook. He posted a picture. Okay, so for y'all, those of y'all that don't know, right now there's this trans woman that is like, she's going back and forth with her bank. Now, the trans woman's bank account was frozen. Now, her bank account was frozen because she, quote unquote, sounded like a man on the phone. Now, while it, like, the actual premise of it, you just like looking at it and you kind of like, okay, you know what? Like, what? Look, I can't believe y'all falling out. Listen, so
Go ahead.
He posts a screenshot of this on his page and goes, transaction decline.
I said, hold on, transaction.
First of all, you cannot be dead for that. He is a comedian, sir.
Exactly.
He is
Let me
doing
finish.
what comes natural.
Let me
Exactly.
finish.
And that is
That's what
funny as
Let
shit.
me
It
finish.
is. That's what I said too. Marcus
Like
like, no,
I said.
he should know better than that.
Nah, fuck that.
First off, no, you're not gonna come on our show. First off, because he came on our
Hold
show.
on.
The reason that I'm dead for this, and so he came on our show. He came on our show
On my nerves.
to talk about how JJ Walker called him a faggot. Like, he came on our show to talk about that, and he was a whole victim when he came on our show. But then you gonna go on your Facebook page, and when it's a trans woman, you gonna sit there and post that shit, and we're laughing
Absolutely.
about it. No, sir.
Absolutely.
Be about what you're
Absolutely.
about. You part of the problem.
See?
You part of the
No,
problem.
nah. You
Part
funny.
of the problem.
Listen here, Samson. I ain't dead for you. That shit is fucking hilarious.
He's a comedian.
No. First of all, it's a difference between being called a slur and then somebody saying something in harmful, unharmful jest, because it's funny. That bank
The play on words is
transaction
funny.
is genius.
It is.
Genius. It's fucking
It is.
funny. I'm sorry. I'm mad I didn't see it on the actual post right now. I just had to hear it. Funny as shit.
I don't know, Samson. I don't approve of that one. I don't like
Come on,
that
y'all. Come on. Come on.
I thought it was funny.
First of all,
I thought
if we can read each other and know and don't feel no way about it, I don't feel like that's any different. He wasn't disrespectful. That shit was just funny play on words for real.
Like, ooh, I don't like that. But I get the play on the words. That was funny, but that might have been one of the things for the group text. Because I don't know, you got
I can understand.
You got 9,000 followers. You're going to international stages. You're seen on TV. You're a public figure now. It's time to move differently. When you're a public figure, you simply just have to move different. You can't do the same
But
rap
he's
shit
a
that you do.
comedian.
But that's the thing, though.
Comedians do it all the time.
Yeah, they talk about any and everything, yo.
Straight. They do it all
They
the
get
time.
chopped up for that shit too. They do.
Of course they are.
Now,
comedians.
now, Now, because when comedy was listen,
time.
because nobody loves comedy as probably as much as me. Back when Comic View was popping, when I tell you they spoke on any and everything, it didn't matter. Kids, mamas, whoever, nobody was safe. They talked about the gays. They talked about lesbians. They talked about trans. They talked about everybody, and nobody thought anything different. And all sorts of people were in the audience just enjoying a show because they knew how to separate maybe their true feelings to just being a joke. It's just being, part of.
But I get now a lot of people take that seriously. Are you serious? It was okay back then, but now it's really? Okay.
That's why a lot of comics don't really want to do it now because it's people, you making everything so serious, and we can't even talk about certain things because we might get canceled or this, that, and the third. And it's come on, bro.
I'm not too far away from canceling certain shit, but it's what it is. I'm just saying.
Listen,
I'm mad I read it. Hold on,
so
as part of my growth, though, I read that shit and I did laugh, and I was like, you know what? I'm not laughing at this. You know what? Stop it. You did it, and it's bad. You stop it, Samson.
Oh my goodness!
And you laughed again with us.
Right.
Let this be a testament of the people you keep around you. They can drag you into that horrible bad
Who's
behavior.
holding you accountable?
Exactly. Anyways, we'll be back with the second half of the show. It's WRTR. WRTR. Real Talk Radio. It's so redundant.
I'm going to say something controversial. Your cognitive dissonance will attempt to deactivate your critical thinking the moment that you're triggered. I'm not trying to offend you, but I don't give a fuck if you're upset. Seeing all the Christians posting how they can't condemn Israel because it's the promised land and this is the will of God made me think about the indoctrinating scripture of raise a child up in the way that they shall go and they will not depart from it. Because 90% of the people sitting in the pews of a church are not Christians. They're atheists. They're not followers of Christ or followers of the Christian God. They're followers of man. The only thing they believe in with all their heart, mind, and soul is the fear and consequence of going against said man. As a former Christian, I was told all the time that when you're outside of the will of God, you don't feel close to him. But I didn't feel close to him when I was living within what I was told was the will of God. And my greatest fear in going against God was the way that I would be treated after doing so, because I saw how Christians treated people and thought about people that didn't think like them. But if that's all you've ever known, then you don't challenge things, which helped me understand why the church has always been so dismissive of mental health and therapy. Because if that same child finds out they were raised up using abuse and fear-based tactics and not the will of God, they may then begin to question the other wills of God and find nothing but the flaws of man. But if they find out that one of the flaws of man is using the will of God as a concept to keep Christians in a dissociative state of complacency, so they just turn a blind eye during crimes against humanity instead of feeling the weight and burden of morality such as guilt, shame, and accountability, 3 vital things to make sure you don't participate in shit like a genocide, all that thinking may make them realize that they don't want to fight in the army of the Lord. I can see the comments now. She's just a devil worshiper that doesn't believe in the teachings of Christ. Christ would never approve of an ethnic cleansing in a promised land handpicked by the same men that keep cosplaying his daddy for the sake of capitalism in a country that keeps you too poor to ever visit said land. But go off.
Take us to work. Take us on the go. Take us wherever you go. WRTR, Real Talk Radio.
And we're back. It's WRTR, Real Talk Radio, inside the second half of our Allow Us to Reintroduce Ourselves show. So the second half history, this was sort of like my breakdown of our individual segments kind of into our, collective segments. So here we sit. Let's see. This is usually like where we talk about our weeks and shit. So how was your week so far, Miss Lear?
My week has been cool, actually.
Has it now?
Yeah. I have been going out the house a little bit more. I'm about to start working with this group. They sing for a church, and I'm about to help do that. So that's a project I'm working on. Y'all know that I am still working on my music. Since I'm feeling a little bit better, I'm about to start recording, like laying down my vocals.
Yes.
Are we gonna be able to play tracks on the show?
Absolutely. You
Okay.
already know. You already know.
Yay.
So that's what I've been working on. Yeah,
Hmm.
everything's been cool. No
That's good to
complaints.
hear. Well, we're glad to
God
see
is
you feeling
good.
better and glad to have you back and all that good
Yeah.
stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, Tigger Man, how was your
Looking
week?
forward to Thanksgiving.
I know, right?
I know you did not just ask me that question.
Yeah, well, I mean, for the
My
listeners, at
week's
least.
been okay. I'll just say my week's been okay. It's been a little stressing and
Mhm.
some more, but it's been okay. I don't want to go into the details, but yeah.
Okay.
Other
My
than
week-
an incident that happened, but other than that, it's been going okay.
I don't want to go into the details of the incident that happened. See, it wasn't really an incident. It was this, that, and the third. But I don't want to go.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say none of that. I didn't say none of that. I didn't say none of that. I didn't say any of that at all.
Well, we just gonna keep our
But-
good brother Tony in prayer.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Please do that. Please do that.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Yes, indeed.
My week has been cool. Let's see. I've been working a lot, at my actual full-time job. Just,
That's a good thing,
trying to
isn't
get
it?
down now.
Keep you
Yeah, I
busy.
mean, it is
Isn't
what
that
it is. It definitely does. A couple of
Mhm.
things made me uncomfortable this week. Homeless people. Please stop disrespecting homeless people, please.
Oh, I thought that was disrespecting you. I was about to say, hold on.
First of all, homeless people need to stop disrespecting other
Yeah,
people.
because you don't give them no money. They're
Because
gonna call you a
sometimes
bitch.
they be a little
They
bit
can give
too
you a
much.
bitch.
I'm
They'll
not
call you a bitch,
talking
a
about-
motherfucker, and
Try
some
to
more stuff.
listen. I just watched a video of somebody giving some homeless man some change, and he threw the change back at the goddamn
Because that ain't
car
what he
and
wanted.
said, "Fuck your change. I don't want
Yep.
this shit."
Yep,
Oh.
yep. They
Aren't
be
you-
doing that. They be doing that.
Aren't you
Or if you
homeless?
don't get them
I ain't
anything,
talking about them situations. I'm talking about the homeless people that
Shit.
you see on the street, people that sit there and turn their noses up at them, people that when they speak
Or
to
pick
them,
with
they
them,
sit
or the
there and
people that
turn
pick
their
it with them.
noses up and like act like they asked them for something. Like sometimes people are just nice. I know this homeless guy that I walk past probably twice a week that would just be sitting there and he greets people. Does he panhandle when he can?
Does he
Sure,
look
he
homeless?
does that, but he's homeless.
How you know
and,
he's
I mean,
homeless?
Because I know where he lives, and it's underneath the bridge
Oh,
over here
okay.
in Baltimore, so I know where he
The
lives.
reason why I said that is because that's people be scamming you.
Oh, no.
exactly.
I done
No, I
seen it.
ain't talking
I
about
done
that.
seen this lady, yo. This lady, she parked her brand new vehicle in somebody's parking lot, got all fucked up and shit, put on dirty ass clothes and shit. And,
That's what they be doing. I'm
And then
telling you.
pulled her sign out her trunk and then went to the road to ask for fucking change like she
Yep.
homeless.
Yep.
Sign said homeless, nowhere to go, got one baby, one on the way,
Oh, they always
please
got
help.
and one on the way.
That's
They
why I
always
said
got
that,
one or
because
two kids
sometimes
and one on the
people
way.
be like, that's
They
their
do that,
full-time job to be acting
Yep.
homeless and shit.
Yep.
Then let's see what else made me uncomfortable. Let's see. Oh, people's thinking like, okay, so at 9 o'clock in the morning, you should not smell like you ran a marathon at work. You shouldn't.
So
You
would
shouldn't.
you say something to them? Would you say something to them about that?
It's not my place, and I can get in trouble
Okay.
with HR if I say something.
Okay.
But I am going to avoid you, and I'm gonna be like, "Woo, a little stinky there, aren't we? Woo!" Or somebody didn't bathe. I'm gonna say something slick out my mouth, but it's not my job. Or I think you can get in trouble if you say something to somebody directly, or they deem it as harassment or whatever. But why are y'all stinking at 9 o'clock in the morning? Bathe
Every
it's not that
day
hard.
I would be
Hey.
saying, what's that? What they say on House Party? What's that funky smell? What?
Oh,
Every 5 minutes. I promise you. I'm saying something. You got me
My
fucked up.
mentality is that you
That was
can't
dragon breath.
possibly you can't possibly be bathing every day if you smell like that. You couldn't be doing it. You can't be bathing every day. Because if you did and you still smelling like that, like your tub, the ring around your tub must be like doing blackface or something when you get in it, because I don't get it.
some people have a stronger BO chemistry than others, and it might be a thing where they have to change, like they have to find a deodorant that fits their body chemistry. Because I know with my son, like I had to change his deodorant a couple times because that shit just wasn't holding his ass. So that might be a thing too, or they might not be washing their clothes. You know, I'm just getting up and just putting on dirty ass clothes and shit. That can make somebody stinky and shit. Who knows? Just buy a gift bag of some Dial soap and leave that shit in the break room. Maybe somebody, and put free on that drain. Maybe somebody will catch a hint. I'm sorry.
Let's see. I learned what the plural of clitoris is this week. It is apparently clitorides. ID, like CLITORIDES. So clitorides. Yeah.
And
why? Or
is
I mean,
anyone?
What? I can't expand my vocabulary.
Information.
I can't expand my vocabulary.
I'm confused.
I only need to worry about one, and it's the one that I have on me. Clitoris.
Since y'all didn't want that information, maybe you do want to hear that about rental applications. Apparently, the legality is changing on rental applications, and some of these fees that people are spending out here to just apply for apartments and places like that. Yeah, that might actually be illegal now.
Say that again.
Really?
Hold on.
Yeah,
say
it
that
might
again.
be illegal. Like rental applications might be illegal.
Oh, you talking?
Rental application fees. Yeah, they might be.
They be charging you $50.
Yes. That be like the fuck why?
Per person.
Or
That should be adding up. Yep.
well, here's the
Per
thing.
adult.
So apparently, it may be a thing of where you're supposed to receive the money back if it's declined for whatever reason.
You lying.
That's a lot.
I'm not.
Well, that has never happened. Well, mine never declined, but anyway. That's crazy.
It says, okay, so the article says the legality of changing a fee for a rental application can vary depending on the jurisdiction. So you can charge, but some of these fees that they're charging are exorbitant. So somebody said, hey, you know what? Let's look into this. And they're saying in some places it is illegal to charge an application fee to cover the cost of the processing of the application. And, you know, background checks, credit, and all that good stuff. But some jurisdictions may require landlords to provide a receipt or refund the fee if the application is not approved. So it's important to check the specific laws and regulations in your area to determine the legality and any restrictions on charging a fee for a rental application. So that may be good to know for some of y'all out there looking for new places and you know, have to deal with those fees and expenses that have to.
Because I believe, mine was like $50.
Yeah, like some of those fees are overly, like grossly inflated. So definitely be looking into it. I know I have. All right. So up next is the Waffle House. We'll be right back.
Today is the anniversary of a very shitty occasion, the day that Roe versus Wade was overturned. So I'm going to explain why I spend so much time advocating for abortion to remain a safe and accessible right for women and queer folk. In a world that already strips us of our autonomy, our reproductive organs have been no exception. Millions of people are now without full access to reproductive health care because Republican politicians have legislated their subjective beliefs about abortion. This has and will continue to affect people who have been victims of assault, children included, Black women who have the highest rates of maternal mortality, people who suffer miscarriages, families struggling to take care of the children they already have, people with conditions that make pregnancy dangerous, and people who just realize that they are unable to or don't wish to become parents. We've been here before. There was a time before Roe versus Wade was established. And banning abortion did not stop people from seeking them. It just stopped them from having access to safe ones. These conservative politicians claim that they want to make America great again, which clearly means reverting reverting back to the days where we made people remain pregnant against their best interests, or we had them bleeding out in hotel rooms because they sought illegal procedures. So get in, loser. The left is trying to save abortion access.
Why do you have roaches?
The Why File.
Why do my children hate me?
On WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Why did my vagina burn?
The truth is out there.
Explaining the unexplained. We're answering why to the questions you want to know by taking your tweets at WRTR Radio. Or take your emails at WRTRradio@gmail.com, and we take your Facebook messages over at Facebook.com/WRTR Real Talk Radio. And did you know that I finally got off my lazy ass and made us an Instagram? Yeah.
Yay.
It's about damn time.
We're on Instagram at WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Hold on, how Mariah do it? It's
certainly not how you can. Not you. Mm-mm.
You are a hater.
I am just trying to save my eardrums.
You can
So
save
the
your
Wi-Fi.
eardrums all day long.
The Wi-Fi's was created because all y'all Negroes be asking questions like, why this, why that, why the third? So we thought it would be fun. It started as like a real talk subject, and people just kept calling in with like different why type questions, and it just started a debate. People were like having fun and playful banter back and forth. So that's how the Wi-Fi started, and I just decided to make a segment out of it because it was fun. And, hood. So
Alrighty.
who is going first, Ticker Man? You say you?
I guess I'll go.
You.
My why comes from me.
Oh, hell.
Why do Uber Eats drivers feel that they can park anywhere on the street that they want to stop to pick up somebody's order?
Oh.
Reason
You
why
mean
I
drop
asked this
off
question-
somebody's order? Oh,
No,
pick
to
up.
pick up somebody's order.
Ooh. Wow.
And then it cause traffic. Like the other day, I was headed somewhere. Uber driver was in front of me.
So your booty call?
I guess they stopped. They didn't park in a parking spot. They stopped. Like literally, it was a 2-lane street. They didn't pull over to the side to park or anything. They just stopped right in front of the freaking I guess the restaurant or whatever to go grab their food, and stopped like in the middle of the street, put on their hazard lights on, and went to run in to go get something to eat, knowing there's cars behind them. And we can't go around because it's a 2-lane. So it's cars going the opposite side. And my thing is, why do Uber drivers feel that they can just do that?
You ain't your feelings?
Hell yeah, I was in my feelings. Because I was running late too.
For your booty call?
Bye. But anyway, why do they do that? I just want to know, why do they do that? Why do they feel they can do that? Okay.
Honestly, I don't know.
Because they're
they are.
inconsiderate about everybody else, and they want to be worried about what is most convenient for themselves.
Right, yeah.
And they're trifling.
Well, I mean, with DoorDash acting the way they acting. Did you hear the show last week? Anyways.
I'm
Why,
about to get
Tigger
off all
Man?
them food apps.
You said you about to what?
I'm about to get off all them food apps. Fucking charge the extra fees.
Yo, oh my God.
God damn,
Yeah, we
like
were just
I
talking about
ordered
that. That's
McDonald's a
crazy.
meal, and that shit came to like $25.78
But
for
if
a
you
number
go
3.
if you go into McDonald's, it's way cheaper. That's why I was the last show we had. I was talking about, because I look at the charges. They have a delivery fee. They have the taxes. There's a convenience fee, and then you gotta tip the driver.
Yeah.
Why?
And then
Because
within that,
y'all brought
Tip these nuts.
But hold on, that's those fees. But then whatever item whatever, let's say like a Big Mac, you can get the Big Mac. If you go into the freaking McDonald's and get a Big Mac, it's probably like about $4 and something. If you choose it on the app, it's $5 or $6.
$7-8.
Yeah, $7-8 plus the other fees that they're going to tack onto there. So it's like they got their hidden fee and that $7-8 plus the other fees that comes along. I'm just like, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. Crazy.
Tip these nuts.
You know what?
And scratch them later.
You know what? You know
Why?
what?
Because the
The
truth.
truth is out there.
Miss Lyric,
Yeah.
you got one?
Yeah, I actually do. I had time to sit here and think about it. It comes from me.
Okay.
Why can't people grow the fuck up? Why do people gotta be so childish?
Because they still a child. That's because they still a child.
Why do people want to keep playing with me though? Why do people take my kindness for weakness? Like I won't jump out there and bash that motherfucker.
It's called fuck around and find out.
Okay.
The fuck
White
around,
chair
fuck around and
treatment
find
only.
out. Look,
White chair treatment only.
Listen,
You hear me?
I got 2 shirts and both of them say fuck around and find out.
I got one of those too, and mine has a little folding chair on it. I do. It does. I have that shirt.
I was 2 seconds away from butter socking a bitch.
Oh, you know what?
Butter sock.
Can't speak.
You know
on it,
mine
but
stay on
already
that.
know. Listen.
You know what? I'm done.
Mine
I'm
stay
done.
on that.
Literally.
I'm done.
Literally.
Who was you about to?
Okay.
Goodbye.
We spoke about it in our group chat. I told y'all. I sent the receipts.
Wow.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Go. Why?
Because the truth is
Because
out there.
I will fuck a bitch around and the truth is out here.
Boom.
All right.
There we go.
All right. Fabian from Montana wants to know, why do gay people always got to do some large come out? I don't care what y'all do, but why it got to be a big ass deal? You suck dick, fine, move on.
You know what? You know what?
Oh, Fabian.
You know what?
I see what you were trying to do. And you're almost there, brother, but you missed
But yeah. No.
First off, who's having like come out
I've never heard of anybody having a freaking come out party.
Do you think it's like a
Never heard of
quinceañera? Is
You
that what you
Like,
do you think it's
a bitty
that?
bitty bum bum.
A bitty bitty bum
A bitty bitty bum bum.
Like, I mean, is there a ceremony? Is
I am
does
so
like
mad at that.
does like Billy Billy Porter come out and like crown you? Like, what do y'all think?
Oh nah.
First off, not every gay person has to have any coming out of anything. The only reason that gay people, first off, have to go through the whole thing of coming out is because straight people made it a long time ago, or they deemed it unnecessary or they've just assumed that everybody was the same. So gay people, we oftentimes go through our lives just living quietly. I can remember like one of my first one of my first desires in life was to make my family proud, and to be told from a very young age that, gay is bad and everything that you're feeling means that you're bad and you're going to hell and all these other things and all these terrible, horrible things that people tell gay people. As one of those people that kind of had to go through it, it's a process. It really is. It's something that you have to go through. It's not, and eventually it comes a point to where everybody else gets to live their truth. Everybody gets to go and be with their date and take their prom dates here, there, and everywhere. But gay people, we oftentimes don't have those experiences because we're shunned by those that live around us or that raised us or that just, are in our lives. So yeah, that's why it's a celebration for gay people to just live in their truth. Not all of them are accepted. It's not happily ever after, contrary to popular belief. And when they do come out, God forbid if it's a bisexual man, because y'all gonna sit there and refuse to believe that a man could love a man and a woman, or a man or a woman. So you would just rather just label everybody with gay. And all the stigmas, people can't go to goddamn gas stations without getting killed. Just for sitting there dancing. You dancing at your car and somebody don't like the fact that this faggot is dancing, and then they go and kill them. All of these things. This is why gay people have to come out. Yes, they suck dick. They like it. Move on. Great. But that's not everybody's mentality. And unfortunately, that's where we're trying to get to. what I do in my bedroom should not dictate how you live your life, because I'm not checking for whatever the fuck you got going on in yours. And
Bitty bitty bum bum.
why? Because the truth is out there. Goddamn quinceañera and shit.
Bitty bitty bum bum.
This is my coming out tiara. Like,
I
what the
cannot.
fuck? Ugh.
Who does
That
that?
wraps it up for this week's Why Files. We're always answering why for you at WRTR Radio on Twitter, on our new page on Instagram at WRTR Real Talk Radio. So up next, news make you nauseous. We'll be right back.
Don't nobody stress you out more than your family member that just came home from the feds. Now, I know you're trying to get back on track, but bitch, you ain't handicapped. They always need something, cuz I need a phone. Nigga, you better take your ass down there to the shopping center in the parking lot to one of them motherfuckers with the keychains around their neck underneath those tents, giving away those free phones, the flip ones, and bring me one too. Then they call you and ask you for the strangest shit. Cuz you got $11? Fuck you trying to buy? Had smoked some chips and a can of soda. Man, they so paranoid and shit. We on the front porch and shit. A white truck drive past, bitch. Okay, they backing up in the motherfucking screen door. Who is that? Scan me and shit. And I got squint my eyes. Bitch, that's the mailman. We in the house and shit. They mute the TV talking about, what was that noise? I'm like, bitch, the TV. Why we don't hear it no more? Cause you mute the TV. Then they want to put you in fucked up situations. Hook me up with your friend. The one that's married with the 2 kids, the big house and the 3 cars. Bitch. Then they get to crying and shit. Won't nobody hire me, cuz. Bitch, you gotta apply for places that you qualify for. You on probation and your urine is dirty. So you gotta apply for places like the tent garage. What the fuck is that? You know where they put tents on people's windows in their cars. You gotta apply for tow truck companies. You know it's motherfuckers out there driving them trucks with open cases. Trash companies, school custodians. You could tell them motherfuckers just got out. All of them got flip phones. Recreational centers. You know them motherfuckers be in the jail system, bitch, okay? Yeah, from the coaches. You know how they talk to the players? Man, drop down and give me 40 on the yard. Bitch, we are in the basketball court. Construction sites, you can be that little man that turned the sign around. Stop, slow, or metro. They don't give a fuck. Your urine can be dirty. I mean dirty, like a country boy walking barefoot up a dirt road. They don't give a fuck. They'll still let you drive the X2, the B2, and the 96. Or just use your new physical talent, okay? You done got buff and shit because you went in there like the new Al Sharp and you came out like Arnold Schwarzenegger, okay? So be a fitness trainer. Since you want to walk around your mother's house with those 50, go shorty, tank tops on. Just make sure you educate yourself, okay? Because you can't go in there talking to your clients like they're your inmates and shit. Yeah, we gonna work on that shit on your stomach. Bitch, that sound like gas. And that motherfucker talking about drop down and give me 30. But this how I want you to do it. Put your thumbs in the air and do it on your knuckles. I want you to feel it. Fuck, is that a magic trick? I ain't doing that. Oh, so you gonna play with my money. Then they start talking to you like a street nigga. Oh, so you gonna play with my money. You gonna play with my money. What you talking about? Already paid you for the day. This shit's supposed to last, my brother, to the end of the month. Who said that? We ain't signed no contract. Nigga, you know I don't fuck with that paperwork. Yeah, these motherfuckers stressful and scary. But I love them though.
And now,
Say what?
news to make you nauseous on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Let's go.
These are some of the stories you might not read about in the New York Times, the Washington Post, or the Wall Street Journal. It's news to make you nauseous. My name is roving reporter Marcus Smoot.
Wait a minute, hold
My
on.
name is Miss Lyric Bravado. Ow.
Yo, and this
Ah, what is this?
Tigger man.
And this is news to make you nauseous. So I started this segment because I would come across these ratchet ass stories, usually from Florida, because God knows I can't tell you how many times we've had to say what Florida.
Say what?
But anyways, who wants to go first?
Me.
Miss Bravado.
By all
All
means,
right.
ladies first.
Thank you very much. Say what, Indiana?
Say what?
A suspect has been arrested and charged in a shooting that claimed the life of a South Bend, Indiana woman. On Friday, this just happened, guys. November 3rd, South Bend police responded to the 3400 block of Curtis Drive to investigate a possible shooting. Upon arrival, they located 25-year-old Kalia Bell suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. She was pronounced deceased at the scene. Her autopsy was performed this morning in Kalamazoo. Through the investigation, yeah, that's what it said. Through an investigation and the processing of evidence by the South Bend Police Department Violent Crimes Unit, 22-year-old Juwan Dockery was identified as a suspect. On Saturday, November 4th, in collaboration with the St. Joseph County Prosecutor's Office, Dockery was charged with murder for his role in Bell's death. Now, guys, I wanted to read about this because, one, it just happened, and two, this was live on Facebook.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yep. So Dockery is currently being held at St. Joseph County Jail. Being charged with murder.
Wow.
That's a
Sad.
lot.
Sad.
Wow.
Sad
And I
story.
mean, do you remember that one? What was that one killer? The Facebook killer from years ago. Y'all remember the dude that was walking up on people's Facebook, or he would be on Facebook Live and just shooting people?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
You remember that? And then he was in Philly, and then he was on the run from the cops. So then he came to DC, and everybody was kind of like panicking, and we was like, "Hold on, the Facebook killer coming," you know. And, man, DC didn't had its share of crazies. We had a Facebook killer. We didn't had the goddamn sniper. Bitch, can we just live? Like, are you kidding me?
9/11.
That too.
It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of wild stuff happened.
Yeah, don't think it's just New York, y'all. Anyways, speaking of New York,
that's everywhere.
Take it, man?
Yes. Say what, New York?
Say what?
Oh Lord! Oh yeah, I got a code.
No, I don't. I just had to clear my throat.
It's a definite cold trying to creep up out me.
Okay, say what, New York?
Say what?
A New York landlord is now facing charges after allegedly setting fire to one of his apartment buildings.
What?
The man's tenants were inside the premises at the time of the alleged arson. According to outlet, Rafi Cole or Quell or whatever, Islam. His last name is Islam.
Lord, now
I'll just say Rafi Cole Islam. Islam allegedly became angry with his tenants because they stopped paying rent. Prior to the incident, the landlord. Yes.
You couldn't just send an eviction letter? You could have just did that. Probably could have.
Prior to the incident, the landlord allegedly threatened to cut off the electricity and gas from the unit. Additionally,
which is illegal.
Additionally, Islam threatened to set the unit on fire, and he did not receive his overdue rent payment. This actually happened in September. So on September 26th, Islam allegedly set fire to an interior staircase located inside the building of the occupied unit. According to the department, 2 adults and 6 children were inside the unit at the time of the alleged fire. They were lucky to escape the unit, but they somehow got to the top of the roof, and it was a 2-level apartment building. They got to the top of the roof and was able to jump down. Yeah, so that's what happened. So the landlord is now facing charges. And he was basically saying that the occupants in the unit allegedly owed him $26,000.
Oh, damn. So again, you couldn't just send an eviction letter. You couldn't just do that.
Exactly. No, I guess he's been doing that, but they still never paid him. But my thing is, this is your building. Why are you setting your building on fire?
That's what I'm saying. You couldn't. you have to, like, there wasn't a better option than arson. You just thought, oh, arson.
Right. You burning your shit. You burning your shit.
Impossible murder. Because what if he killed someone?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Because it was 6 kids in there, and then adults.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it ain't about the building. Buildings can be rebuilt. Buildings can be replaced. People cannot.
But if you set your shit on fire, you setting your shit on fire, burning down that building is going to be more. You losing more money.
To repair than anything.
Exactly.
You dumb.
You dumb.
He eats dirt too. He eats dirt.
That's crazy.
No, he eat paint chip.
That too.
Because that was just a bad decision. Y'all just make bad decisions. Ugh.
Right. I said, oh my God.
When scratches his balls.
Right. You know what?
Vigorously. Vigorously. Just at the TV, on the table, on the lampshade, at dinner.
This is crazy. Crazy.
At the company potluck. Just scratching nuts.
And
Anyway. All right. Say what, New Jersey?
Say what?
A custodian was arrested after contaminating school lunches and utensils with bleach and bodily fluids. Did y'all read about this?
I heard about that.
Hold on, say that again.
So the custodian, all right, so last week a janitor was accused of allegedly tampering with cafeteria food at Elizabeth Moore Middle School with bleach and bodily fluids.
You know what?
He also allegedly performed, quote unquote,
feces.
sexual acts with inanimate objects.
You know what? I'm done.
It was actually feces.
It was. I was trying to lead that
That
part
is
out.
nasty.
No.
Yeah,
This
that
is just to make you nauseous. We gonna say all the nauseous shit.
That is disgusting.
Oh,
It was shit.
But listen, he also allegedly performed the sexual acts with inanimate objects at the school and posted videos of them on social media, according to news releases. So, your dumb ass really stood there. You did this shit knowing you wasn't supposed to do the shit and thought, you know what would be better? Facebook. For a like, for a comment. Oh,
That
y'all
is
just be doing.
disgusting.
Y'all make bad decisions for likes. Yikes.
That's
See what I
disgusting.
did there?
That is very disgusting.
Completely.
He was of the Caucasian persuasion, was he not?
Oh, he's
I think I saw
totally
the
was.
shot.
Just saying.
Yeah, that just
You
made my
want
stomach
these?
hurt.
Sounds
If you
about
want
right.
these and more nauseating news stories, make sure you follow us on our new Instagram at WRTR Real Talk Radio. You can also follow me. I'm across social media at MarcusSmoot. That is Marcus Smoot.
And you can find me on Snapchat. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. Well, they call it X now, but I ain't calling it that. Fuck that. TikTok, Live Bravado, all across the board on all of my social media platforms, except for OnlyFans because I don't have that.
We leave that up to this one.
Anyways, and you can find me, Tiggerman, on Facebook at Tony Tiggerman Nelson, and on Instagram and Twitter, now X, at Tiggerman82. And of course, you can find me on OnlyFans.
Bro.
Tiggerman82. Look me up.
Also, Threads. Did y'all see how? Y'all see how
dot.
they got Threads now as a app? So I've been trying that out. So, anyways, all right, Real Talk coming up next, where I asked a whole bunch of fun questions, and well, you guys answered. Thanks for coming through. We'll be right back.
I too have been a victim of these new Atlanta restaurants. 30% gratuity on any bill over $5. No menus, no reservations, 3-hour wait time, no substitutions. If you have allergies, just die. And all for waffles that taste like hookah smoke and bartender booty. Them spreading racist Zionist propaganda has just added to the disdain that I already had for these two women. They are comedians, but I could get a yeast infection and it would still be funnier than both of them. Get them the fuck out of here. Halloween is the devil's holiday. And Christmas is a day where evil people pretend to be generous. Now what, Gabriel? The smoke y'all have for Jada and Will, who once again very clearly have an understanding, needs to be directed to these two motherfuckers. They both got caught allegedly cheating on their spouses in public, and now they're dropping a podcast all posed up on the gram. It's giving love and hip hop. Some of you asked me if I saw that clip of Meg Thee Stallion and Victoria Monet, and baby, believe me, I saw the clip. That chin wipe gave very much hand on neck, strapping cervix. I'm pregnant.
Keeping it 100. It's Real Talk. On WRTR Real Talk Radio. We keep it real.
And we're back. It's WRTR Real Talk Radio. We're talking Real Talk this week. The history and the fun about this segment. But first, Tigger Man was looking at something. What did you say you found?
Yo, check this out. They have now made a prototype image of the new Beyonce Barbie doll. So they made a prototype of the Beyonce Barbie doll.
You better be black.
And it's pretty
gray.
nice. Yes. And it looks just like her, too. It looks just like her.
That doesn't...
They already had a Barbie doll for her, though. And
Yeah,
all
but
of Destiny's Children.
Yeah, they made another one.
That
now,
one
so-
looks. That one looks
better
real,
though. I ain't
real.
gonna hold you. That one
Yeah.
looks way better.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Let me find out her Barbie doll. You can't even see where the weave is. You can't even see that in the Barbie doll. Damn, baby.
That. Can't clock that. I'm
You
Beyonce.
better
bitch.
win.
All
You
right,
better
Beyonce.
win.
Okay.
So real
They're
talk.
gonna be sold out.
You know that.
Oh, speaking of Beyonce, y'all buying that perfume for your special
Oh,
someone for a special someone? Yeah, for Christmas.
Yeah, say Nior or something like that.
Yeah.
I meant to speak about that because I did have that in my notes too. I meant to say something about that.
It depends on how
It-
much.
it's coming out. It's coming out next year in July.
Depends on how much she costs. Beyonce already got my money with Renaissance, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do that. Somebody.
Oh,
else
I already got my ticket for the movie theater. That's gonna be my concert. I just gotta get my little outfit. I'm
What
going
you
in like
know
I'm in the
that-
concert.
You know that is going to be a shit show.
December 3rd. I'm going December 3rd.
That is
What
going to
movie
be
theater?
a shit show.
Hoffman.
See, you just be doing stuff. We could have made a day of that because I want to go too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get your tickets.
Okay, I am gonna get my ticket.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so real talk, history. Yeah, so this segment, of course, is the cornerstone of our show. This is where we come together. Some weeks we have something serious that we're talking about. Other weeks it's just like crazy questions and shit that we asked, and shit. Some weeks would just be a makeshift of whatever it is that we talking about. It might be an article that is trending or something. So, anywho, this week we are. Let's see. There were several questions that I asked on Facebook and online. You guys replied to them. I said, "Let's have some fun." What things do you think people say about you when you're not in the room? Miss Lyric, what you think people saying
I don't
about
know
you?
because I really don't care. Like if you,
basically,
I mean, if you feeling away, say it while I'm right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't really be thinking about what people say when I leave because that shows to me who you are as a person. If you gotta wait till I leave to say something, no, I'm very direct, baby. If I feel that way about you, I'm gonna let you know right then and there.
Yep,
don't
your
wait
sound
till I turn my back.
listeners, your sound quality isn't going bad. Listeners, your sound quality isn't going bad. That's just Tigger Man chewing like a cow.
Oh, you can hear that?
Yeah.
Eating jalapeno chips.
Everybody think it's static and it's your ass chewing and shit.
Correction. I need to get paid for this because I'm about to promote Utz. I'm eating some Utz Kettle Classic Jalapeno Chips.
Oh, see, I wasn't specific with the brand, but
I know, right?
Do your thug sizzle.
Pay me.
They gonna pay you a trip to the bathroom. Them sounds spicy. Instant like bad decisions. Ooh. All right.
I don't think about what people say. If I did, I'd go fucking crazy. I don't think about shit like that. I don't.
Tigger Man, you gonna act like you don't care? I'm gonna tell you what.
Personally, I don't care. I can care less what anybody has to say about me after I leave the room. But people always talk positive about me. People love me around. People like telling me stuff. They love my energy. I hear it all the time.
Where are these people?
Just my ass. Anyway, people always tell me they love when I'm around because I'm always bring good energy. They just like to talk to me, and it's just yeah. I told you I'm so. Never mind. I ain't gonna say that. Not because I'm not that yet, but I'm a popular person. Everybody likes me, as far as I know. Or they could be faking to like me, and then I leave and they run them out. Which really, I don't care. I don't care.
There you go.
I don't care.
All right, so we asked the question to you niggas online, and a couple of y'all replied with hilarious responses. I said niggas. Mario says, "LOL."
Oh God, Mario, Lord Jesus.
He says, people say he thinks he knows everything. So, people apparently think that he knows everything. Steven said, he's gay, right?
Oh.
Derek Kane said he's thinking too much.
Please read the one I'm waiting on.
Roxanne Spearman said, "What a bitch." Bella Monet said, "Y'all know she be tricking men."
What's she do?
And allegedly.
I'm not
allegedly.
mad. I'm not
allegedly.
mad.
Allegedly.
Heather Mahoney said, "Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt."
Sit down, Heather. Good. Next.
Will Finn said he's a know-it-all, so people call him a know-it-all. And Mukadem Beam says that guy funny, but he's an asshole.
Ooh.
So that was funny. It's just funny to think I got on this subject because I was like, them niggas probably don't like me because I be calling them out on any bullshit and stuff. And I just kind of thought, it'd be funny just to be a fly on the wall to hear what kind of shit people say when you ain't around or when you ain't in the room and shit. I just thought it was funny. I also asked another question. I said, how old were you when you broke up with your worst ex and why? So those questions, you said 25 for you? Okay, Chicken Man. With your worst ex.
And I mean the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. Like.
Hold on, give me a second.
Oh hell. He need a goddamn abacus and shit.
Like if he was on fire, I wouldn't piss on him.
Right.
I think I was like
not the old thought bubbles that are in your head. Okay, I'm moving on. While you think about that.
I was like about 26.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Hold on.
Next question.
Hold on.
Next question.
Okay. Okay. Dig taken, bitch.
What was the next question?
Oh, Alpha. Oh, dirty hell.
What's the next question?
Oh, all right. No. So let's see. JW said I was 8 and I still hate her. He said left me waiting on the playground for 2 hours. 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
That playground has bees and I was allergic to bees. She talking about she had homework. We were in 2nd grade. What homework took 2 hours in 2nd grade? It was a long 6-minute bike ride home for me. I gave her a side eye for the rest of elementary school, all of middle school, all of high school, and I saw her at the high school reunion and still gave her a side eye. She told me I needed to grow up. I told her at least I don't lie about 2-hour homework in 2nd grade, bitch. That's what he said.
Boy.
You know people be trolling. Don Edelton said 43. She said 43 because he dangled weed over my newborn grandson.
Oh.
Y'all be having some struggles. Roxanne Spearman said, man, 24, but I got a beautiful daughter and raised her myself and a beautiful young lady. And 26 because it didn't work out. Finally found the right one at 34, and at 44 we are still together. Kosi Abrams said 3 years old. She kissed my cousin on the cheek. Don Wallace said 40 because they couldn't stop sucking anything black that came out of a zipper.
Oh
wow.
Bella Monet said 38.
Oh, God.
He was a scrub.
And you was on your knees.
Oh. Brian Evans said 48. She tried to kill me and still I rise. Wow. I need backstories.
Not Maya Angelou.
Okay, Maya.
And still I rise. And still I rise.
It's giving
Mario
cake.
Eccles Vaughn says,
I cannot.
Mario Eccles Vaughn says 19, college, and my ex has me involved in some really bad stuff. I almost failed out of school, but I was so in love and didn't realize I was being gaslighted for a year. Y'all got some stories here. Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so I guess we'll wrap up this edition of WRTR Real Talk Radio. We appreciate you guys listening this and always as Stick a Man's Dick punches these damn nuts.
Look, I had an edible earlier.
You
So
and
now
that
you got the
squirrel
nuts.
outside my balcony.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's been a fun 11 years, y'all. We are still in the mix. Hopefully have some new stuff, new vibe. You know, we 40 and over now. You know, well, some of us anyway. I said some of us anyways. And at the end of the day, I would like to think that we have a little bit more mature outlook. So hopefully.
I'm
we can
still
bring
the
some-
youngest. And hold on. We ain't just gonna scroll past like you try to fake like you was younger than me.
Who?
Talk about some who.
Who? That's what I want to know.
Because I never said I'm happily 40.
You what?
I am happily. You what?
Stop lying.
I am 37.
Stop lying. He think he on Love and Hip Hop, y'all. Don't pay him no mind. All them people be lying about their age too.
You know they do.
Okay.
Before we get out of here, I want to shout out Amanda Ford, who posted on Facebook. She said, last night I introduced my 15-year-old son to the household budget, and he geeked out with me over the numbers and goals and the way I allocated for our household income to be wisely generous, plan for the future, and meet our financial goals. He thoroughly enjoyed himself, leveling him up. Amanda, shout outs to you because I didn't get to have these kinds of conversations with my parents. You know, everything was like, hey, you know, they talked to me about finances and everything, but we did not ever go over a household budget. And I know the same thing is said for a lot of people. So
I've never either.
There you go. So shout out to you changing the narrative and being amazing to those beautiful babies of yours.
We should actually talk about this for a topic.
What?
Finances.
Yeah, I mean, that might be dope. Only thing is, we can't have nobody on the show that be like, oh, yeah, I'm a financial advisor, and be them hood boogers and shit.
You got to pay them $250 to take a class.
Right. I'm going to show you how to get out of financial debt. I'm going to show you.
You just got scooped out of $250, bitch.
Right. Meanwhile, they being served papers and shit. I'm over y'all. We out of here. This is WRTR Real Talk Radio. We'll holler at y'all next week.
Peace.
Yep.
Yes.
WRTR Real Talk Radio.